Because most men, when it comes to marriage, I'm not talking about dating or linking or whatever it is. When it comes to actually committing, most men want a woman that they can build with.
I'm so blessed. Like, my missus, she is a serious rock from, like some relationships, naturally as a man, you want to take on board all the responsibility. But my brother, like, my missus goes hard. Do you get what I mean? Like, she's a very hard-working wife. And do you get what I mean? And there are some things that will take a hit when it's like that. Do you get what I mean? But for me, we have our understanding. She's thriving. And, you know, I want her to continue to propel as well as I will propel. But it has its pros and cons. And I feel like a lot of women, they just want, he has to have this, he has to have that. Where my missus didn't look at me with that lens. She knew what I could potentially be. And she was that Proverbs 31. You know, she's very supportive in my gospel music, where sometimes that can be very expensive. She's the type of person that will actually, you know, put that into your music or put that into this. Do you get what I mean? And that's sometimes even her hard working money. Just me being honest and transparent. So we're a team. Do you get what I mean? Like, I always want to do the best for her, take her out, but she's also the same. You know, she's the type of wife that she will say, let me take out the family. Do you get what I mean? So sometimes I feel like, brother, this is the best life. Do you get what I mean? Because sometimes, you know, like, as a man, you're working hard and you're thinking, damn, if I'm empty, I'm empty. Like, your brain will always go into panic attack. But I've realized, having my wife, I don't have to really worry.
Yeah, it's a solid backbone.
It's a solid backbone, bro. It's certified. Whereas I hear what some other brothers are going through, and it's mad. Like, some man,
it's
just like take
an anchor
yeah,
tied to the leg.
golden handcuff.
But I feel like it's a two-way street. Do you get what I mean? Everybody's got hands, everybody's got legs, everyone's got a brain. Let's just all try and get this bread. Do you get what I mean? As you said, it's a business. You know, just like you both are my brothers. You know, we can discuss business and financial perks, but sometimes it's important to do that in your marriage. It shouldn't just be, oh yeah, because let's be transparent and take it there. Like, marriage is more than sex. Do you get what I mean? Marriage is more than these kind of things. Do you get what I mean? Like, so we need to.
I think that's the problem for maybe some women, where they think that their part of the deal is just going to be, you know what, I'm going to offer you a sexual relationship, and that's my part done. And then everything else is for you to do. And I think they're getting it twisted. I think some women are getting it twisted in that respect. Because if you think about it, as a married man, as all of us are married men, as you said, it's more than just that. And for me, it's someone I can work with. It's someone that can push me, someone I can push, someone who someone I can build with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And 100%. it goes past that sex phase relatively early. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And it's,
but I think it's down, you know, it's down to as well. This is where, you know, we touched on media earlier. Is media portraying that right image of marriage though? Because if media is portraying, you know, the attractive woman, the hustler wife, and then, you know, she looks like she doesn't do much, and therefore women are thinking, well, why do I have to go and do X, Y, and Z?
Real Housewives of
I think sometimes if the excuse is, well, I'm going to have your kids, so that's what I'm putting to the table. Don't get me wrong.
Bro, we all had the kids. Kids say mommy and daddy, brother. We all got the kids, brother.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong though. Don't get me wrong. It is a massive sacrifice for a woman to have a child, right? To drop out of the career race if that's what they're on, and to, you know,
brother,
sacrifice a lot of their time.
You gave birth 10 years ago, brother. Like, get off your ass, bro. Do you get what I mean? It's like, let's just be real, bro. Like, you know, everyone's got to pull their weight, bro. Like, I think in the way society's set up here, like, maybe if you lot were back in yard, or I was in Africa, do you get what I mean? The sun's all shining. Oh, yo, baby. You get what I mean? It's nice, isn't it? That's easy. But I feel like the way this environment is set up,
No, you're right.
You're only about two monthly payments from losing your mortgage, my brother.
Yeah.
So everyone has to. Do you get what I mean? It's a lot of stress to put on one person, no matter how much you're earning.
Yeah, it is. But you know what? The thing is, I would say that some people it works for. Some people it works for. And I could, do you know what? I could only talk for myself and the people that I know. That approach to marriage from certain women ain't gonna run. Like, I'll be honest, you know, you can sit down there and wait for that man to come. You can wait for him, but
bro,
I doubt he will be coming. You see what I'm saying? I doubt he'll be showing up at your door. Because most men, when it comes to marriage, I'm not talking about dating or linking or whatever it is. When it comes to actually committing, most men want a woman that they can build with and that who can push him to do better. It's not just one of those things like, you know, you're my trophy wife and you just sit there and, you know, no. You know what I'm saying? I feel there's much more to it.
And I think every relationship has that, you know, sometimes it's not even that, like sometimes it's about understanding your partner, your scenario, your situation as well. I think, you know, sometimes everyone's, you know, scenario is different. So sometimes you have to weigh things and apply wisdom to your specific scenario. 100%. You know, I do know some people that their scenario is different and, you know, it has to run like that. Do you get 100%. What I mean?
No, that's what I'm saying. Some people it works for. Some people actually, that works. But when I think people look at these things on a surface level very much sometimes and just thinks, oh, she's at home, so all she does is cook and clean. But you don't know the dynamics between that person. You don't know that woman could be the fire underneath that man to push him 100%. To even go to work 100%. And achieve the things that he's achieving.
And bro,
so she's not just she's not just a housemaid. You know what I'm saying? She's more than
that housemaid, you can't pay a salary. You can't pay a salary for those kind of, bro, like, you know, my kids.
Tough job, man.
To be with them, it's a tough job, bro.
It's a tough job.
It's a tough job to be with the kids.
Sometimes it's an escape to go to work, bro. I'll tell you that for free.
Bro, you'll do that shift. You'll do that shift.
You'll be smart.
You get what I mean? It's peace of mind.
Freezing out the door, you know. Running out the door later.
100%. I agree. I agree.
You got to lay your cards on the table. You got to lay your cards on the table, and you have to say, you know what? I think that might be where there's some disconnect, because I think early stages you want to make out like you have everything, you know, everything is kind of sorted out, ready to go. But the fact is, we all have things that we want, things that we don't want. There's also fears that we've got as well, you know. And I think sometimes opening yourself up to let your partner know this is where I'm at in this stage of my life. I think that could pay a lot, you know. But I think if we're going to go on pretending like we've got everything all sorted out, she's pretending she's got everything sorted out, and that actually when she moves in, everything's going to be that's where it can all be a bit, you know, just not really connecting. I think you've got to be vulnerable enough to look at each other's flaws and take it from there.
It's humility. I think you just got to be, and the thing is, like you can tell. It's about accountability. Do you get what I mean? Like if you can humbly say where there's a flaw, then you acknowledge you have a problem. That's a changeable individual. Do you understand? But if someone has that problem, you can acknowledge it, but they're not ever mentioning it. Do you get what I mean? I feel like that's where pride creeps in, and that's where the kind of attitude creeps in, and that's where the flaws begin to be cracks in certain things, and then sometimes, you know, for certain people, you know, it's been a shame, but they've not been able to pull back from it, you know? So I just think it's like, whoa, like this is where I'm at, you know, we're together, we're one, help me here. How do we get to the next level? How do we progress in this situation or in this relationship? And then from there, if you're with the right person, that person will pick you up. Do you get what I mean? All of those things, they're important.
So Rebs, how do you deal with conflict in the marriage? You know, we all will face testing times in the marriage, and I think it's something that most people just don't know how to deal with. You know, it's okay just to go in separate rooms and pretend you can sweep underneath the carpet and start again tomorrow. But how do you actually, in a mature way, deal with conflict?
Obviously, I have a few, you know, a lot more older people in my life who want my marriage to work, whether it be the pastors I'm surrounded by, some some of the elders, some of the leaders that I'm around who are married for a long period of time. And if something becomes conflict to the level where it's challenging, I'll never really speak to someone who's not married about that. I would usually tend to share my info with somebody who's successfully married for a long period of time, who I know has been invested over the years into my own personal marriage. And obviously, in general, I'll consult of God through prayer, but I think it's also through the actions. I'm very reactive in regards to scenarios. So let's say, for instance, within this pandemic, I remember I left my previous role, and I wanted to just change industry and do something different. And it was a very challenging time, but I managed to secure something, I think, within a month and a half. But for me, that was a very, I was in a position to do it, but as men, sometimes we can tend to worry. And I just had to be very reactive,